Hey guys, I hope you're having an awesome day. I'm just trying out some new stuff with this video, some captions and some other little techniques. I'm curious if you guys like it. Let me know. Let's get to it. So I was listening to the radio, and on Sportsnet 650, they said that the Canucks need to go on a 104-point pace to make the playoffs. Reality has struck. I've begun to waver. My 97-point prediction is basically up in flames. I was optimistic. Why? I don't know. But when I hear the notion that this Vancouver Canucks team is performing like this only because of injuries, it gets me, it ramps me up. Adam Foote today basically went out and said it was because of the injuries. Be realistic. Have the injuries played a part? Yes. Are they the only reason or the main reason we are where we are? No. And when you go out in the offseason, and like when I'm reading stuff like this is on Don and Dolly. Connor Garland, their strength is on the right side. Don't want to trade a first-round pick, Coots or Lekkerimaki or Willander. Maybe we can get a center by dangling Connor Garland. Garland's no movement clause. Doesn't start until the end of next season. Sherwood, no contract talks. His next contract starts at $5 million. When I see things like this and they talk about centers, we've been talking now for 2 years to go out and find another center. This Canucks organization decided to gamble on Filipino being that guy. They've said they wanted to bring another guy, but they gambled on him. They gambled on Thatcher Demko staying healthy. They gambled on him. It was a swing. And right now, clearly, it was a complete and utter strikeout. It was. Let's be honest. These gambles have not paid off. It is when you go out and saying, well, it's because they got injured. But that was the risk, right? That was the risk that they were going to get potentially hurt or they were going to stay healthy. But it was a huge risk. Everybody knows Hedl has a ton of concussion problems. Everybody knows Thatcher Demko has had a ton of injuries recently. It was a gamble this ownership and management decided to go out and do. It was them. And they couldn't find a second-line center for this team. And they're asking why this season is not going wrong or right. Guys, look at the roster right now. Right? These are the gambles that didn't pay off. We have guys like David Kampf on our second-line centers. We picked up a guy like Lucas Reichel, right, to be our second-line center. You don't have to look too far to know why this team is struggling. We do not have any depth at center, and it's an incredibly, if not the most important position in hockey. And when you have such lack of depth at that position, it makes the rest of your team look bad as well. Well, it was the injuries. Hedl got hurt. Well, that's not their fault. No, that was a calculated gamble they missed out on. And we hope Hedl's going to be 100% okay. Of course we do. We've talked about nothing but positivity on this channel, how it's all about the Vancouver Canucks to go out and, you know what, just believe in them. They'll figure it out this season. The vibes are good, positivity, there's no arguing. And we are the worst. We're arguably the worst team in the league right now. Arguably. It's crazy. Elliotte Friedman. This is what he had to say. The Vancouver Canucks were passionless against the Flames. Thinks the Canucks will be rumor central in the league for a while. They always are. The Vancouver Canucks are always in rumor central. Already dealing with rumors about Hughes, Garland, and Sherwood. If they continue losing, the Canucks will put some names out to get a sense of their market value. You know, another issue I have is the Vancouver Canucks Like, they never seem to get full value for the players that they trade. It always feels like it's just not enough. Like, a lot of people are expecting a late first rounder or 2 second rounders for Sherwood. Would it surprise you if we get just a second? If he doesn't stay? Right? Connor Garland is not going to land you a second line center no matter how awesome he's been this year. No matter how much he grinds. He's a dog. A team like Florida or Carolina would love to have a guy like Connor Garland. But he's not going to land you a second line center. Unless it's a massive package involving one of our firsts, which would just be an absolutely fireable offense if they went out and traded it at this point. Even if it's top 10 protected at this point. This Canucks team, as of right now, I'm going to give them 5 more games. That is more than a lot of people are giving them. I'm going to give them 5 more games to see if they can turn this around and look like an actual coherent hockey team again. Because right now, I'm running out of patience. And honestly, this team should be seriously, and there were hints that maybe they'll do it, a rebuild, seriously consider having a legitimate rebuild in the future. Because what we're seeing right now, this is not it. And let's just say hypothetically they even go on a run. They would need to find a second line center to do anything throughout the rest of the year to make the playoffs. Remember, they need to go on a 104-point pace to get 95 points. That's what I heard on Sportsnet 650. So, I'm going to stay a little optimistic still, but I'm wavering. My patience is low right now. And I might start being like spinning those lottery simulators here pretty soon. But let me know what you guys think. Drop a like if you guys like this video. Subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. I'd appreciate it. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. Much appreciated. Have a good one. Cheers.